This is episode 5 of BCC. Today's episode, Where You Are is Not Where You're Going. I feel like I've been taught this lesson many times over the years. This week I learned it in an entirely new way, which I didn't realize was even possible. It's what I'll call the Are We There Yet principle. Let's dive in. You know, when you take a road trip with your family, inevitably at some point along the way, one of your kids will ask, "Are we there yet?" Then you patiently respond, "Nope, not yet. Still have 13 hours to go, buddy. We just left our house 5 minutes ago." Why is it that our kids ask that question? And why do they ask it so early on in the journey? Well, I hate to break it to you, but sometimes we adult human people act like kids when it comes to our businesses. Why don't I have 1 million followers yet? How come I only made $45,000 this year? But those guys over there just moved into a huge new office space. Why don't I have nice new office space? The answer, my friends, may shock you. Because you aren't there yet. That's it. That's the answer. You just aren't there yet. Asking why not is the same as your kid asking why you aren't in San Diego when you only left your house in Utah an hour ago. Because things take time. Because you still have a ways to go. Because you've only traveled so far. So what do you do when you're in that mindset, the "are we there yet" mindset? You stop. You look down and you take a good look at where you are. Then you turn around and you look back and you see how far you've come. Seriously, take a minute to do that. Maybe you've been doing this for years. Maybe you've just overcame your fear of starting and have begun to start or create something for the very first time. Wherever you are on that journey, I want you to stop, look where you are, and look back to see how amazing it is that you've come this far. Now, doesn't that change your mindset in a moment? You bet. Now, just as there are only so many miles between Provo, Utah, and San Diego, California, there are only so many steps between where you are now and where you want to get to. As long as you have clarity on where you're going and where you are now, then you can plot a course between those 2 points, and you can figure out how to get there. This week, or as I'm recording this a few weeks ago, I put together a free training to help get more people to know about this new app that I've been building this summer with my brother. We wanted to get 20 people signed up for the training, and we had weeks to do it, so I figured it wouldn't be that hard. But on Monday night, the night that we were supposed to start the training, we had 6 people signed up. Now, I was a bit frustrated, so I sent out more emails, posted about it again, and by the end of the second night, we had 10 people. By the end of the third night, I checked to see how many people watched that night. Oh, you're waiting for that thing where I completely blow the number out of the water like in the movies, right? No, we were at 11 people. Now, if I focused on that arbitrary number of 20 people and the fact that I missed that number and only got 11, I could quickly start feeling like a failure. But instead, I did what I talked to you about just a minute ago. I stopped and look how far we'd come. 11 people signed up for something that they didn't even know about. We had people from London and Texas and New York and Utah signing up for the training. That's kind of insane. And you know what? We'll hit that number of 20 signups at some point. We're closer now today than we were on Monday. So who knows? Maybe this message, this video, this podcast, this episode will be enough to get those last 9 people to sign up to learn more. You can get the free training and free access to the benchmark tool that we built for creatives over at benchmark.app, BNCHMRK.app. But don't get discouraged if you aren't there yet. You've made it this far. You're just not there yet. Thanks for watching and listening to this week's episode. We will see you next week. As always, links to anything is in the show notes or below the video. Check them out, and we'll see you on the other side.